So we will begin in that most desolate of far-flung places, New Jersey. Aterrados, you have been ferreted away to a Terrigen safe house in Jersey, Newark.
What an oxymoron.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's you've been basically taken there so that you can go off the grid, just to make sure that you don't catch any heat after what happened on the top of the core building. And you have been in the presence of a number of novas of the Aberrant faction of the Terrigen, who have been just showering you with positive reinforcement. Yeah, you know, there has never been no word of judgment or condemnation has been levied your way. Everyone has essentially been, if you want anything you want has been provided to you. You've been congratulated. You've been like pat on the back and told that you've made your first kill. You've shown that you're committed. You're in it to win it. All these people, people are kind of coming in and out. You've seen maybe about a dozen different novas in the past couple of days, who have just been all smiles towards you.
Thanks, Dad. I mean, friends.
Yeah.
Friends.
Absolutely. A lot of friends who want to meet you and tell you that you've done a great job. I don't know if the term love bombing means anything to anyone here, but it might be what's happening.
Yeah, it might mean different things to different people. But yeah. I feel you.
So that's been your existence. They've recommended, they haven't told you that you shouldn't. You stay off any sort of communications. They have a secure terminal that they have here that say if you need to use communications, if you want to talk to your team or anything like that, it's available, but it's recommended that you stay off of it just because you don't want the heat coming down on you. You get the news reports that, it sounds like Garen has taken the heat for that kill, at least in terms of the media is concerned. So unless you want to start crowing about it, but they definitely recommend wait a couple days before you do anything about that, just because we want things to die down.
Well, I mean, when can I start doing stuff again?
I mean, no one's keeping you here, but they've just been, they've been strongly recommended that you stay for at least a couple of days, until they find out, whether or not anyone got any footage or, because who saw what you did. Garen was there and Schwarzschild was there. There's nothing been coming out of Utopia yet. So there's kind of like an era of it's kind of a waiting game. But you're free to do whatever you want whenever you want, but they're just kind of like they're heavily incentivizing you to stay quiet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as long as there's like a date for me to go out, because if what I did was so good, then we need to ride this momentum and continuing. This is our chance to make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. People are like, we got plenty of things lined up that you can absolutely contribute to make a difference. We'll work on working that hit list of yours into the program. So yeah, there's a lot of talk about just cool out for a bit, but you are in it. You have shown yourself to be a dedicated member of the cause, someone who's willing to get his hands bloody.
Well, I want to do a video for the world to see. I think after a few days, I'm going to do it. I'm going to send it out to the whole world so we could finally tell them our message.
Sounds great. We'll work on that. We'll get somebody from the Pandemonium to come in to do it up. Fucking great.
Hell yeah.
Rant, like I said, you have dropped off Fawn with Sovereign up the mountains and have been asking around about Aterrados, and eventually you kind of bounced around to a couple of people, but you got the location of where they have him sort of off the grid, and he's in New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey, right? I guess I'll brave that to go and find him.
I know, we asked so much of you. So you're gonna head over to the safe house?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and see what I can do.
Okay. It's kind of like a pretty nice house. That's kind of in the more residential areas of the city. It's got a gate. It's got pretty good security system. And when you show up, there is kind of a security guy who checks you out, checks your credentials, and lets you into the area. And it's a nice house that has like obviously no one lives here, but a lot of people come through here.
Right, right.
And what would Aterrados be doing when Rant shows up? It's probably early afternoon at this point.
Yeah, I guess training, since he doesn't take the shortcut with his powers.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, you can be like, they've got they basically have like a weight room where that they reinforced, so you can be like throwing shit around with your hair.
Yeah.
So basically someone leads you to the weight room, Rant, where you see Aterrados just with his hair out and he's throwing around weights and stuff.
Oh, well, that was not exactly what I expected you to be doing, but
Rant!
hey,
Oh
buddy.
my god, I'm gonna wrap my hair around him. Coming for a hug.
Sure.
Yes. Hug.
Half-hearted hug.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm feeling giddy. I'm sorry. It's just a lot happening, and there's a lot of adrenaline pumping through me. So
Yeah. So I haven't heard everything about what went down, but Fawn's not doing too well. So
yeah.
I wanted to check on you and make sure you're doing okay.
I think I'm doing great. Yeah. It's nice to finally be doing something, something that I believe in. And, we got some big steps coming up. It's going to be some tough choices, but I think at the end of it, people will be better off for it.
So what does that mean exactly? Were you involved then in what went down?
Yeah, I killed the guy.
Oh. Oh, wow. Big step first time?
Yeah. Yeah, first time murder. Yeah.
Why?
Well, they approached me. The Aberrants, they knew my passion for righting the wrongs of the world, and that was a billionaire, right? No one. There are no self-made billionaires. They get their stuff off the back of everyone else. So, in a couple of days, I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna send it to the world, and I'm gonna ask every billionaire to increase the payment for each of their employees by $10, or we're going to kill more CEOs.
$10 more per hour, or just 10
per hour?
Okay, yeah, you've got to be a bit specific because
yeah. I still need to write up my kind of formal demands, because obviously they're going to try to loophole their way out of it. I might just tell them to donate to their employees a significant fund, maybe like 90% of their yearly earnings, maybe 95.
So that's blackmail.
Yeah,
on a super villain kind of level.
It's not villainous if it's done to other villains,
right? I'm on board with that. I understand where you're coming from. I think you want to be careful if that's the presentation you want to give to the world.
Yeah, I mean, I want to show people that we're not going to stand for it anymore. All right, we've gone through decades and decades of this shit, and every moment, the workers have to compromise in order to get a little speck of dignity. There we go. And now's the time. All right, we have people, we have ways of leveling the playing field, because we have the ability to reach them when other people cannot. So billionaires should fear for their lives. People who spend day to day accumulating wealth like a dragon. Like, they need to fear, because that is not the right way to live.
I feel the struggle. I get it. I'm from a working class background. You know, I understand when you're looking at things and saying, how can those bastards have so much money and I've got scraps? I hear that. But is murder is that the right angle? I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, is it?
I can't think of anything else that would get them to listen. I don't want to kill them. I hope by killing one of them, they understand that they're vulnerable and that they have to do something, or else more of them will die. And so I don't have to murder anymore. But that's on them. Balls in their court.
So what about Utopia? What if they step in and say, hey, Aterrados, you're going to prison for this?
Well, then I'm sure there are other individuals who believe as I do, and Utopia won't be able to stop us, because the people will be on our side.
So you want to start a war?
Yes, if that's what it takes, then yes.
Are we ready for a war? Is the Terrigen ready for a full-on fight with the Utopians and anyone else that decides?
Yeah, look around. Ask anyone here, and I think they will back my play. They're ready for it. I'm ready for it. This can't wait, because that's where the compromising comes, right? Maybe 5 years from now, the housing market will be okay, or 6 years from now, they're finally going to give paternity leave and maternity leave here in the US. It actually makes sense, and not just a couple of months. That is crazy shit right there. Free healthcare needs to have happened a decade ago. The money is there. We need to stop shelling out all this money for military spending. And that's just the government stuff, okay? That you got the billionaires and you have the government putting their funds into stupid shit day by day. And we're going to correct it. This happens in our lifetime. We're going to fix it.
I don't know. Let me say that I've got two thoughts on this. One is, we also have the option to just leave and put all of this beyond us and aside from the petty concerns of the entire world that are at our feet, and say, you know, let's go build our own world. Let's do something different.
Yeah, but that's a privilege that everyone doesn't have. My dad died being a hero, and I've watched people suffer from a lack of care by the people who should be caring. I'm not going to abandon Earth because there's a better place or a heaven. Now, these are my people, and I am going to ensure that people have someone who's willing to do anything for them, not just speak crap from a podium.
I don't know. I hear everything that you're saying, but there are two parts of my mind that go two different directions, and one is to help people because I believe in helping people. And if you look at movements throughout history, that change happens because there's both violence and those willing to set aside violence and say, hey, work with us here in the middle. And I don't know, maybe I'm closer to that end of things, but I'm not saying that violence doesn't have a place. Yeah. I think it has to have a place.
I understand. I will be the thing that they fear, and hopefully they'll come to you and find some answers. But there has to be someone that they fear.
Does it have to be you? What can it be? Leviathan or Garyon or?
I don't know. they're not doing the stuff that needs to happen. Maybe it just has to be carried by youth. I mean, every world war has been won by youth. Maybe this war has to be as well.
I don't know. India got liberated by an old man.
Yeah. But I'm the one willing to do it. So here I am. I'm not going to leave it to anyone else.
All right. Just think about all your options before you take any other actions. That's my
I will.
suggestion.
I'm sorry what happened to Fawn. If I probably won't see her ever again. I don't know. Yeah, I think you understand, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, she's hurt, but I don't know. There's something about cracking eggs and omelets and all that kind of nonsense that is out there.
Yeah. And, by the end of it, maybe the world will be a better place for her as well.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe we just turn it to a cinder. And that's my biggest worry, mate, is we bring this war in, we escalate, and look at the power that they've got on Utopia's side. Look at the power that we've got on our side. And just think about, what if we level this entire world and there's nothing left and nothing for Fawn to live in?
Well, we won't be the one who burns the world. If it's Utopia, that's on them. But we're not going to do it, and I'll make sure of it.
On that optimistic note, we'll move over to Utopia Tower, where
Burn it down.
Waterlily and
Jeez.
Circuit, you guys have a moment to reconnect. You know that Liberty Lad and Schwarzschild are off on an assignment when you guys are able to find some time to reconnect. So they're currently not available, but you guys have a moment to get touch base.
So, have you been able to talk to Alexander yet?
About what particularly? Oh, about right. And she doesn't finish saying it, and sort of like eyes go up to where we all know the cameras are at this point. Yeah, no, not yet.
Okay.
So we'll get there. I sort of wanted I wanted the whole team back here in case things happened very quickly.
That makes sense. I'm still working on notes anyway.
You going to bring your super long list of questions?
Of course.
I don't think you're going to be able to actually record that conversation.
I'm gonna try my best.
I have absolutely no doubt. But no, I actually do really, like, even aside from that, I want to check in on Alexander at some point because, last time we saw him, he was not doing well. So, just a concern.
Yeah. That's legit.
I think we stressed him out badly.
Yeah, I have no comeback for that.
I figured you would understand the concerns. But speaking of, what are you working on right now?
Yeah, this and that. Got a couple things in the air. Apparently being ghosted. It's, everyday stuff.
Ghosted.
Oh, cream puffs never happened.
That's fine. The person I want to talk to doesn't want to talk to me either, so we'll just enjoy the couch and
It's fine. I've run diagnostics on Spark. I have some ideas. I just kind of want motive now.
Got it. How much do you know about the mission a couple days ago?
Which one? The one me and Liberty Lad were on, or?
No, but I do have questions about that, interestingly enough. No, I meant the situation. Oh, that's right. It wasn't a mission to anybody except me. Um the situation where Carrion was in town.
Oh, yeah. I think that was going on while we were dealing with the new kid erupting in the park.
Yes. That also sounds fascinating.
Yes. I mean, honestly, that actually went better than it probably it could have been better, could have been worse. But yeah, I heard there's a murder of some family. I kind of honestly
Mm,
wasn't really focused.
I have every hope that while I didn't actually see much of anything, that I am not involved with. Who am I kidding? I would have liked to have said that I'm not going to have like pieces of people and or debris raining down from the sky, but this is our job now, isn't it?
Ooh, that. I'm so sorry. I think sometimes that might be part of the job. Hopefully, less than others.
I mean, maybe, but I'm not trying to be dour in any way, but now that I think about it, this really is uh, this is what we're doing now. Unless you have plans to change careers.
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I like the security. I like feeling like I'm making a difference and doing something good. I love you guys, so I'm not looking for a career change. But then again, I also don't know what's going to happen in the future. So,
Yeah. Dangerous things, always.
yeah. Oh, speaking of dangerous, Cassie got shot. Cassiopeia?
Oh no.
Yeah, her and Rant were in the park, and we were both of us were talking to the kid. Admittedly, the kid obviously wanted to go with them to the Blackburn because cool kids, who doesn't want to go with them?
Yeah.
But yeah, suddenly like shots rang out, and it's like some group of crazy people were just shooting and at her mostly.
That's that seems so strange. I mean, I I mean I understand what you mean about between the spandex and the leather jacket, which would you want to follow, but no, of all the people, like Cassiopeia is, I mean, certainly has a way of grading on you, but
I don't
I'm
want
not
her
sure about being
dead.
shot.
Yeah, that's a bit excessive. I'll just, stalk her socials and, you know, downvote her or some shit. But yeah, I guess she pissed off the wrong people or something. I don't know. I like went back over like some of her posts, but I can't think of anything that really in particular would have lit that match. It's kind of crazy.
I
But
mean, we're all capable of things, and like she very clearly is thoughtful about something, but we're all capable of things that we don't talk about. Um, I'm I'm. Is she all right?
yeah, actually, we were able to get her some cover. I think Rant and Anthony were able to like diffuse it or get it fixed or whatever. So like the kid was caught in the crossfire, but he's fine. He didn't get hit at all. He's all earth powers and stuff.
Oh,
But I'm like, hell of a way to erupt. But she was okay. Like she was getting medical treatment and you know,
good, good. As I said, I know we're not always on the best of terms, but I would not wish harm to her. Not to that degree at all.
No.
Possibly gum in her hair.
Oh, hell yeah. Definitely gum in the hair. She's got so much goddamn beautiful hair. It's not fair.
I mean, you're incredibly popular online. I'm sure that appeases you in some way.
It's different circles, and I mean, I like my circles. I will take my niche circles, but it's not the massive overall appeal that both her and Anthony have. So it's all right. I'll get there.
Strange question, mainly because I've never actually had this answered. Did you see sovereign, air quotes included, use any powers?
No, I've never actually seen her do anything. God, that's so like her.
It's
Just
just an
everything just naturally falls in her fucking lap. God, spoiled brat.
It's an interesting mystery.
Ugh.
There is a chime on your you guys' apartment door.
Do you want it?
Cameras?
Oh, so you're checking the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a woman you recognize as one of Alexander's assistants.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll lift the lock on there. It's one of
Yeah.
Alexander's friends.
She comes in and says, Virginia, Nisha, I'm glad to see you're here. I don't know if we've properly introduced. My name is Melissa, and I'll be your new liaison.
Oh, hi. Is everything okay with Alexander?
Yeah, everything's fine with Alexander. Just some reprioritization, and we worked out. It turns out, it looks like he's been reassigned just to somewhere else where his skills will be better put to use.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Well, we like to utilize people where they're most effective, and things weren't working out. But that's neither here nor there. He's perfectly happy in his new assignment. He's still on the company roster if you want to reach out to him. But for now, I'm just here to check in with the two of you and maybe relay some messages and just check in, see how you guys are doing.
It's been very interesting. A pleasure to meet you, Melissa. I will likely make an appointment at some point in the future with you to discuss some things, but at this time, I think we're okay. We're just decompressing.
Good.
Mhm.
It's good to have some relaxation time. A couple of things I wanted to just go over. We've been noticing in updates and things that you guys have been having a lot of contact with the I guess they are known as the legacy.
Yes.
And I just wanted to touch base with you, see get your read on that. We've been monitoring that situation, and from what we can tell, it seems like they've got, for lack of a better term, they're almost seem like they're set up in opposition to Team Tomorrow, for lack of it's. We just wanted to get your read on them since you've been running into them.
So you're discussing that they would act as pretty much foils for a similar age demographic?
Yes. We've been doing analytics on the marketing and branding, social media presence. It's a lot of the sort of things that would be happening if someone wanted to directly subvert or countermand or the message that we've been trying to put forward with Team Tomorrow and in our marketing.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you've read the briefings on the UN situation, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. In a time of crisis, Legacy was more than willing to step in and assist. So I don't immediately write off to poor intentions so much as unfocused.
I wouldn't doubt it. I understand. I mean, if you've had positive encounters with them, then that's great. That's fun, fantastic. We want to see positive encounters. I just wanted to maybe give you guys a bit of a more high level view. And I don't think you've ever had the distinct pleasure with meeting with anyone like Count Oraziz or Narcosis or any of the other sort of high political and social manipulators of the Terrigen. But this is the sort of thing that we think they might be behind, and they are very capable of spinning things. So just be aware in your interactions with them that while you may be thinking that they're one of a that they're very similar, and that you can have a lot of common ground, but know that there are puppet strings.
I mean, that kind of from their perspective, that goes for us as well.
Oh, most
I
certainly.
mean, we're, but honestly, with maybe one exception, I mean, I mean, it seems like they're just kids with some other viewpoints on how they're looking at the world. Not a
mean-
viewpoint that I could approve of, and honestly, I think maybe they just need some exposure to some other options.
I mean, fair enough, but also, again, like we were discussing recently, I don't view them as some sort of like rescue attempt. They have strong beliefs, and I guess it's more of just trying to make sure that no one's frozen out when there's an opportunity for compromise and assistance. But I
I mean,
do understand what you mean regarding media. It's Nisha's much better at it than I am, but yes, the opportunities for smear are rife.
that being said, like there was those deep fakes that were being passed around NovaCon. I mean, they were also faked. I don't think that they were involved with that. If anything, that was probably strictly the freaking tabloids working on that angle.
Yeah, but Nisha, it turned into a situation where the apology was the problem.
I
I mean,
mean,
it's exhausting at that point.
Well, that is certainly something that we're going to have to keep refreshing on, and making sure that not only do we keep you up to date and informed and prepared to respond in a way that is going to best reflect yourselves and the mission and Project Utopia, but also realize that that's a stress and that's a pressure. If there's any sort of support that you need as far as that's concerned, we do have our media consultants. We have people to offload any kind of stressful situations that you're dealing with. It's all available to you. But yeah, no, that's something that we need to keep an eye on.
but I mean, we can still talk to them, right?
Absolutely,
As people.
100%. You can talk to them as
Okay.
people. It's just with this situation that happened with Garen, there's a lot of unanswered questions, and we're not exactly certain what happened, and who might have been involved. If there's any way that you could draw upon some of the connections that you've been developing with them, maybe to get some more information, that would be great. Do not compromise your personal security or safety in regarding that, but it would be something that would be beneficial to some of our investigatory processes.
Okay.
Very well. Of course.
Speaking of which, Virginia, I've got a message from higher ups. Apparently, something you've been working on with the director.
Yes. Yes.
She says that later this evening, there's going to be an arrangement made to take you to the holding facility for Mr. Sluice. and you might want to reach out since there's been apparently some arrangement being made regarding that.
Yes, I can do that. Certainly. Was there a rendezvous point?
Yeah,
for that?
she taps something and you get a little packet of information gets put onto your onto your cloud.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I will please let them know that will be resolved.
Excellent, fantastic. Anything else that I can help with you, support, anything along those lines?
No, think I'm pretty good.
Now I do see that your friends, Levon and Anthony, they're on assignment right now. They've actually gone. They're on the field pretty deep right now. I wouldn't expect to be able to contact them within the next day or so. They're working on something a bit more covert.
Oh, okay.
Very
But
well.
they're being supported. Everything should go fine on that end. Just wanted to keep you informed about the rest of your team.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
All right. Well, you two enjoy your rest. Get on whatever you at whatever pace you feel is appropriate. Some of the stuff we've discussed, and we'll reconvene in a day or so with the whole team.
All right. Sounds good.
Great, fantastic.
Again, pleased to meet you. Good to work with you.
Good to work with you as well. And she leaves.
And the minute the door closes, it will be, oh, she's not going to like this at all.
Oh yeah. I guess we really did push Alexander too far. Shit. Now I feel
Oh.
bad.
Mm, mm.
So, Sluice?
Yes. Do you know the case?
Yeah, there was Garen murdered the mayor, and then there was like this whole like Tampa was like, no Novas, and Sluice went and they were like, oh, well, there's a Nova, we gotta arrest him. Lock him up.
You've kind of got it out of order, but they are linked in a strange way. So
Oh, okay.
no, it's fine. There was discussion of not allowing Novas in it present, at which point Sluice arrived as a I suppose there's a question between being either a test case into that political atmosphere or simply a conscientious objector, somebody who wanted to make their presence known as I am a person, see me. And they were arrested. And then Garyon happened.
Oh, yeah, I did. That is an important order that I did fuck up.
No, it's fine. But so they've been lost in the legal system theoretically, and that came up during the UN everything, and it was something that the legacy group was part of the protest. Was why is Sluice not received any legal attention or trial? And he's right. That's a situation that shouldn't have been left that way. So I brought it to the director. And
Oh, that's good.
so she said that Rant can talk to Sluice.
Wow. Okay. I was just gonna poke Aterrados about cream puffs again, but yeah, that seems like a much better, much more direct way of getting to talk to talk to Legacy.
I mean, I'm sure you can still ask about cream puffs, but I do have to make sure that we meet up with them tonight. So
No, that's way more important. Like figuring out, yeah, what's going on with Sluice and getting him out of Guantanamo, basically.
I mean, and that's an assumption of maybe there's more to it than we're seeing. So let's take a look.
Oh yeah.
And she immediately gets her phone, and to use the phrasing that can only be because I don't think she has his number. Like that didn't happen at NovaCon, if I'm right.
I think you guys should traded contact information.
Okay, cool. Because otherwise, this was going to be a sliding into the DMs in the weirdest way possible.
Yeah.
Opnet. Okay, so yeah, basically, Rant gets a message of, hi, this is Waterlily. Remember that thing we talked about at NovaCon?
Yeah, and that your phone does go off. We'll move back to New Jersey and Rant, your phone dings with a message.
Give me just a second. I want to see who this is. Might be someone I've been talking to. I'm very excited.
Yeah, no problem.
pull out the phone, look at it, go kind of frown a little bit, smile, frown again. You just see dots for a second, and then, okay, what's up?
Are you free tonight?
That depends on lots of things. ...
I'm sorry, I phrased that wrong. Are you free to meet with the person you would like to meet with tonight?
Yes! Exclamation point.
Okay. Yeah, so if you'll meet up with us here and like drops a pin for the location, then Circuit and I will be there and escort you and whoever else to get that done.
Okay, sounds good.
Again, and dot 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 and dot dot dot, and then finally the please behave. I know you'll be all right, but this is a first big trust exercise. I know you understand that.
100%.
Thank you. See you then.
Meanwhile, Nisha just literally types back to Aterrados. Cream puffs? You still owe me.
Sure. Messages back. Sure.
Cool.
Where do you get cream puffs in New Jersey? Hey, let's meet in Philly.
Ooh, Philly. Why Philly?
Because it's a pretty banging city, and they have cream puffs, and it's close.
Yeah, I can do that.
Awesome.
Time?
I can get there in probably 2 hours.
Checks the train station, trains real fast. Yep, sounds good.
All right. See you there.
Cool. Like, just looks to Lily. Well, I think I finally have my cream puff date. What about you?
Oh, so you're okay. Well, yes, I'm fine then. I will be fine. You have a nice evening.
Well, when's the thing?
Insert time. She basically says, you know, I think we're meeting up just after sundown.
Oh, well, I mean, that might be enough time.
No, you again, we've been going through a lot, and this is you have a good night.
Okay. I mean, this is mostly like information gathering and maybe friendship. I don't know. We'll see.
I was like, oh, please do not espionage flirt with this person.
Oh, no, God, no. I'd be like the world's worst honeypot. That would be gross.
Excellent. I had concerns for just a split second.
Oh God, no. Now I can maybe make like a robot that might be a better version, but that'd be about it.
Now I'm picturing a flirt bot, Nisha.
I could do that.
I think that's called catfishing.
Is it?
I think people already do that.
I mean, but I could give it its own little AI program.
And I don't want to know where you'd come up with that algorithm. And she looks back at the phone and goes, so it might just be me tonight.
That's fair. I'm gonna check the trains and go to Philadelphia, which is kind of cool.
Philly. Yeah, we'll move back to the safe house for a bit. Yeah, you guys are on going a little back and forth on your phone, and then you guys hear a commotion from the front of the house. Some of the Novas kind of like, you know, give a sort of a celebratory like greeting sounds, and you hear a voice saying, "So where's the Legacy kids? Where are they at?" And they be like, "They're in the gym," and you guys see the dormed down form of Garon comes in. He has a keg under his arm. He's like, "Hey, two guys I've been looking for."
Awesome. What's up? What we got going on?
Yeah, he sets the keg down. Well, I mean, we're partying for that's for sure.
Yeah, actually, in about 2 hours, really, I'm meeting with someone in Philly in about 2 hours. But when I come back, I can raise up a little drink, and then, last night of partying before we get back to work, right?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, hey, if you got a blaze, you got a blaze. That's fine. I mean, we're kicking it pretty good here. Heading to Philly, huh?
Yeah. I'm
How you getting there?
uh
Because Heath's still out there.
yeah. I guess I can maybe wear a disguise or something. And
It's okay, man. It's cool. No, we can get you there. We can get you to Philly. I can call up Intergalactic. She can make a warp.
oh, that would be amazing. Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's actually you're lucky. She's in town. She's not Earthside very often. But she owes me a favor. I can get you to Philly, no problem.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, that is
And you know what? We'll have I know some guys in Philly. We'll have someone. We're not going to harsh your mellow, but we'll just have some people around. Just
Yeah.
to make sure if shit goes down, we can get you out of the cold.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, and then
'Cause,
tomorrow
you're going places, Aterrados.
Oh, yeah.
What I saw up on that roof. Good God, you're going places, kid. We got to make sure that you're primed and ready for the fight.
Yeah, let's do it tomorrow. I'm gonna make my video. We'll send it out there, and then we're gonna push for a better humanity.
Cool, man. Yeah, I think I can get Narcosis in to do a whole media blitz for you. We'll make sure that the message is on point. And he kind of
thank you
turns
so
his
much.
attention over to Rant's like, "Hey, Rant, what's going on, man? Didn't know you were going to be here."
Hey, mate. Yeah, I was making sure that my friend was, doing all right. I wanted to check on him, and
That's right, Nova Solidarity.
right, got to take care of our own. On that note, I've got a meeting with the gent we talked about,
Really?
so I'm gonna push on that.
You're gonna push on that? All right. Well, you know what? No, remember what you said about that. You're gonna let me know how that goes down.
Yeah, 100%.
Because if they're holding more of our brothers and sisters, then we got to do something about that.
Yeah, that's my worry as well. So I'm gonna be as careful as I can, but I'm gonna get what I can from him, and let him know that it's safe to come out too.
All right. Well, who knows what hooks they've got into him by this point. They've had him for years, man.
Yeah, but
I'm sure he's kept strong. I'm sure he's, keeping true to the cause, keeping true to the vision of Terrace. But, Utopia, man, they have their ways.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll be paying attention. I'll be looking to see, anything you got for me on that regard. And then we'll get together and we'll organize something to get it taken care of.
Right. Sounds good.
Cool. This is what I like to see. Young Novas taking initiative.
Heck yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tap this keg and we're gonna get things started here. So I guess you little busy beavers need to get on your way then.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Hang out maybe about half an hour. I'll get Intergalactic in. She'll pop you over to Philly.
Excellent. Thanks so much.
I'll stay for a
Fantastic.
minute and have a drink. I can't pass up one.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I got this craft place. Leviathan has been brewing shit down in the sewers, man. Good stuff. And he taps the keg and pours out a couple of beers for the two of you.
Heck yeah. I'll take a drink.
Yeah, it's surprisingly good. A little earthy, but
Yeah.
not bad.
Right. Not bad.
Right. So Nisha, you're going to be heading on the train. Is that how you're getting to Philly?
Yeah, she'll let Melissa know because Melissa's like, hey, let me. So she'll just send her a text being like, going to Philly, gonna meet up with Aterrados to go over some information and should be back soon.
She asked you to stop by her office before you leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you come by. Yeah, you come
said
by
the
her-
magic word.
Yeah.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, she says, so you're meeting with Aterrados.
Yeah. The NovaCon. He did something with Spark, so we're gonna go and talk about it. And also, he owes me cream puffs because of that.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, we're going to keep our, we're trying to keep a lid on this. But since you're going to be engaging, we might as well let you in. The reason we're not going full public with this is because we're pursuing legal and otherwise strategies for dealing with this issue. But according to your teammate, Levon, it was not Garen who killed that that person. It was Aterrados.
Oh,
So you can certainly engage with this. We encourage you to reach out, but I will be putting security forces covertly around you.
yeah.
We don't have any plans to intercept or apprehend. And we're going to let this play out because we have a lot of plates spinning regarding Garen and his associates, and some of the people in the higher ups in strategy think there might be an in. So by all means, find out what you can, liaise, do what you can, but just be very careful and understand that we're going to have people in the area to make sure that things don't get out of hand.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. I wasn't planning on going down there flying the colors really anyway. Yeah,
That's fine, perfectly understandable. Are you going to be bringing your device?
she kind of like hugs it close to her chest, like, I was, but I can put Spark in a backpack so it's less obvious. That's kind of what I was planning.
I mean, it's certainly a potent recording device, and if you can get things from his mouth, then that would be beneficial to the overall strategy.
Okay. I'm feeling a little uncomfortable, but if
He murdered someone in cold blood, Nisha.
I know. I'm not gonna tell him to shut up or anything. So if he starts talking, then fine, but I'm not also gonna
I understand. You handle it the way you feel. Just know that you're gonna have people on your back.
okay. I can do that.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for being forthright about this. It might have been a nightmare situation if you had just gone off.
Yeah. That would have been crazy to do something like that. All right. Well, I've got an hour and a half long train to go on.
She says, she like literally pulls out she pulls out a packet of things like, here are your tickets.
Thank you.
And yeah, she says, have a great trip. We'll be keeping an eye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, so you head off on your way. Waterlily, the location where you are going to be meeting is it's a private airport just on the outskirts of the city. And a car is provided for you to go there. Any preparations before you are heading out?
I think she's going to do what she's kind of been doing every other day, which is sort of just get a read on where Tensor is in the house and what they're up to, without trying to bother.
Okay. Yeah, you look in. Tensor's in their room, going over. It looks like they've got like a kind of a stack of notebooks and science textbooks that they're working through some stuff. They kind of like they look up and like feel your eyes on them and just look up and give you a nod. Say, heading out?
Yeah, I wanted to let you know I think you'll have the place to yourself for the night. So you just wanted to keep you in the loop.
All right. Well, great. Be safe.
Trying. You too.
Yeah, so you head out to the airport location. There is the now recognizable Aeon Society VTOL at the ready. Rant, you're also given this location. How are you going to be getting there? Are you going to just take an Uber, or what's your plan for that?
Yeah, probably going to take the. I was going to say take the subway, but that's probably not something Rant can do and actually get away safely. Yeah, probably take an Uber and then walk like with a baseball hat on, like low for a significant period of time because he wants to try and get some thinking time in.
Sure.
Because right now he's honestly really like skeeved out about everything and seriously considering like, do I stay with the Terrigen because they're going a bit too far? And yeah, he's having a crisis of faith.
I see. Yeah, so you make your way to the airport. You've got kind of you've got basically kind of a digital pass key for various security to a private hangar, which you eventually make your way there. And you get there and you see Waterlily kind of in a waiting area. And there's a kind of you hear a little ding announcement of flight is going to be leaving in about 5 minutes. And so prepare for boarding.
Are we flying there then?
Yes. It's the transport's going to take us.
Right.
Is that okay?
Yeah, sure, fine. I trust you.
Thank you. I've used this method before. I don't even have a great read on, where some things are located, but I think that's again for safety at this point.
Yeah. All right.
Are you okay?
Things are complicated right now, to say the least.
Well, I thank you for taking the time. I have a question. I don't, if it's not a thing. Do you have the name aside from Rant, or is that it now?
Oh, if you, well, my mum calls me John, but personally, I Rant is actually kind of my preference.
Okay.
It's if you wanted to call me John, it'd be fine.
And she'll stick a hand out and go, "Hi, John. I'm Virginia."
Virginia, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Please board the transport. We'll be leaving shortly.
Got it. And she
Right.
will turn and get on the transport.
So you head on the transport. It is, like I said, it's a VTOL. It's very nice inside. It's not like ostentatious, but it is very high class. There's a number of seats there. And when you enter into kind of the main seating area, you are greeted. You see a middle-aged woman with shoulder-length red hair. She's currently working on a tablet. When she sees the two of you enter, she stands up and goes to shake Virginia's hand. Says, "Virginia, it's good to see you again. And this is Rant, yes?"
Yes, right. And you?
She holds out her hand for you to shake. It's like, yes, I'm Margaret Mercer.
It's an absolute pleasure to meet you. And Rant kind of instinctually is putting on all the persuasive kind of charisma and then stops himself. Actually, is like, no, it's nice to meet you.
Pleasure as well. So we'll be leaving shortly. If you would mind taking a seat, getting strapped in. We're actually going to be going suborbital because, well, not to say exactly where we're going, but it's not anywhere near New York.
Right.
Oh, Rant, I understand this is you're putting yourself out on a quite a limb here, and I just want to let you know that you have my personal assurance that we're going to take you there. We're going to have a conversation, and then we'll take you back. We are not in any way trying to keep you anywhere you don't want to go. This is purely above the board. I don't want you to have any anxiety about getting snatched away. That's not how we do things.
Right. Well, I've got to be honest. There are people that know that I'm doing this, so I'm not saying that in any way as a threat. I'm just saying there are folks that know. So if I do go missing, they'll be looking for me.
Understand. We don't want anything like that to happen. So you have nothing to worry about. All right. Please take a seat and strap in. We're going to be going quite fast.
Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity.
Most certainly.
And Lily will, or Waterlily will absolutely sit down near a window because she wants to see suborbital.
Yeah, so you guys strap in, the VTOL takes off, and you begin to climb towards the atmosphere. And that's where we'll end it this week. Tune in next time to see where things go from here on Aberrant Atomic Youth. Don't forget to follow the characters on Twitter to see more of the story, and follow Simulacra RPGs for updates on the show and the channel. If you'd like to support the show, you can subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels at Simulacra TV, but the best way is to go to patreon.com/Simulacra Studios and become a patron. A big thanks to our $5 and up patrons. You keep the story going, and we couldn't do it without you. Until next time, remember, your legacy is our future.